What up, y'all? It's DJ MV.
And I'm Gia Casey.
And we are the KC Crew.
Podcast.
They're supposed to say Toodles.
Toodles?
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Why did you...
Oh, welcome. You're supposed to say welcome.
Welcome, guys.
No, just welcome. That's Madison's here.
I don't listen to it.
Oh, I know. We good you don't listen to it. Well, we're live in Miami at the FontaineBleau. And Madison is filling in for Gia because Gia just did one of her photo shoots. So, Madison.
Yes.
Before Mommy comes over here, let's be honest. What do you think about Mommy's photo shoots?
She's looking at me.
Oh.
And I'm back for my photo shoot. I didn't hear you.
Don't look away. What do you think about the photo shoots?
I think that they take too long.
You think that they take too long?
I think the photographer. That's really how
But
you feel?
they can't.
Yes, that's how we feel.
They can't hear you. You feel like it takes so. People always ask, "Who's the photographer?" Right?
Yes.
So today, let's speak to the photographer. The top photographer is actually Madison's friend, Kayleen. Kayleen, say what's up to the people. Just say hello. Just say hello.
Hello.
No, you got to turn the mic the other way so she can hear.
My bad.
Hello.
Now, Kayleen.
My name is Kayleen.
I told him that already.
Photographer extraordinaire.
Now, Kayleen, do you get paid for taking those pictures?
I cannot disclose that information at this time.
Now, Kayleen is on. How old are you, Kayleen? 16 or 17?
16.
Kayleen is 16, and
Oh, your birthday is
I'm a
and
day older than her.
yeah, she's a day older than Maddie.
after Maddie.
Yeah, you can't. They can't hear you. So let me talk, okay? They can't hear you a little bit. So now Kayleen gets busy with the pictures. She goes in the water with the towel to hold the towel over her head so there's no glare. She goes on the beach and lays on the floor and gets the shots from the bottom so you can see everybody from the top.
She's that friend.
She's that friend. She's a great photographer. Thank you, Kayleen.
You're welcome.
So now, Madison.
Yes.
How do you like being out here at the FontaineBleau?
It's very nice. Like the water. Good temperature.
Good temperature. Okay.
Good temperature.
Now, I'm watching you. I'm making sure no boys try to holler. Has any boys tried to holler?
Yes.
Really? Now, I did see you playing with two boys the other day. They were from DMV. You didn't know where DMV was, which was kind of disturbing.
I thought that it was like, you know the DMV where you get your car stuff?
Your license?
Yeah.
No, that's DC, Baltimore, and Virginia. Now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you cannot have any boyfriends till you're 30, so...
That's okay.
Did somebody else try to
I'm
kick
just
it to you?
kidding.
Did somebody else try to kick it to you?
Wait, hold on.
Huh?
Wait, hold on.
Came and Irma said that Jackson showing people his wee-wee.
Oh my gosh. My 4-year-old is walking around. My 4-year-old is infatuated with his wee-wee. He's walking around showing people his wee-wee. Cover your... Anyway, Madison, so you said somebody else tried to holler at you?
Yes.
And what did they say? What was their game like? So we could break it down right fast.
So they walked past us.
Walk past you.
Hi, Bricky.
Yeah, go ahead, walk past you.
And then came back.
Uh-huh.
And
And said what?
what did they say? I don't remember.
Talk to the mic. And
Oh,
what did they say?
I was thinking.
Or what did they say to you? They say, hey, cutie. Hey, beautiful. Hey, princess.
Yeah.
Which one?
All three of them.
And really? Really? So they said all of that. And then what did you reply with?
Hi.
And then what did they say after that?
You have a phone number?
And what did you say?
This is not a me question.
Oh, no. I'm asking you, what did you say when they asked you if you had a phone number?
No.
Good answer. Good answer. And if next time they ask you, say,
You just told him you didn't have a phone number?
yes, that's what she told him. Next time you tell him that you give him your dad's phone number. Say, this is my dad's phone number, and he would like to talk to you.
Okay.
All right, give me the mic. You suck.
Toodles.
That was close. Now, I'm giving the phone to Gia.
This isn't a phone.
Oh,
This
you
is
know
a
what I mean.
mic.
It's the mic.
I wasn't
definitely
ready.
mic.
I told you not to start this yet. I was
No.
in the middle of doing something.
We got to start. It's already. I'm already
told
in
you
the cabana.
5 minutes, and this is what you do.
It's been 5 minutes already. It's been 5
It
minutes.
hasn't been 5 minutes. I was in the middle of doing something.
It's been 5 minutes.
All right, hold on. Let me put this down.
All right. So,
Hold on. Hello, beautiful people.
Where do you want to start today?
Why is I was just welcoming my people.
I already said hello. Hey, this is little guy here.
But I didn't.
Hey, look, see the little guy here? Look, Gia, look.
Wait,
Look,
hold
Gia,
on,
look.
everybody.
Gia,
A
look.
bird pooped on the towel?
Yeah, I seen that. Gia, look.
Okay, roll it up. And
Gia, look.
We have to, hold on. What?
Oh,
Oh, my gosh. Hold on. Oh, hi.
I don't know. So
Cute little boy just peeked into our cabana.
So we're in,
Hi, babies.
We're in the FontaineBleau in the cabana.
I can't even hear what you're saying.
So we're at the FontaineBleau in the cabana.
This is so unprofessional how you just started this without me.
I had to, because you would have been like, give me 5 more minutes, give me 5 more minutes, give me 5 more minutes. People have been like, there's no podcast today. We actually tried to start the podcast last night, and then it started thundering and lightning, so we got out of Dodge.
Right. So we didn't get to complete it yesterday. So we said that we were going to start over. I'm just not ready
Well, we
right
started
now.
already. First, let's start with something that was big, and I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about exes. All right. Now I know you don't have many exes, because I was the first to give you that penis. But
Great.
I'm thinking about Nicki Minaj and Safari. Now this is the bad thing about having
I'm
an
sorry.
ex. What?
See, this is why you should have prepared this podcast better.
What?
Jaxie and Brookie just creeped back in here, and he's making faces at me from behind the curtain.
Just ignore them.
Hold on. Hi, Mommy Choo Choo.
Go get in the pool, okay?
Hi, London.
What?
I can't. Because they're doing a shower right now.
They're doing a shower. Okay, so jump in the pool. Go get. You can
As
get in the
soon
pool
as
now.
you know what we're doing? We're doing a podcast from the cabana right
I love you too. All
now.
right.
As soon as we're done, I'm gonna get back in the pool with you. Okay, Mama?
All right.
Who loves you?
Bye, Brookie. Don't cry. You better not
Yes,
cry.
I do.
All right. You're gonna
Why
have.
is she about to cry? What happened? Why is she about to cry? Okay.
All right. Well, let's talk about exes now.
All right.
I want to start with Safari and Nicki Minaj. I want to start what happened with DJ Self because it was all over the blogs, and I didn't really explain myself, and I just want to explain it to people who listen. So, Nicki Minaj and DJ Self, who's a DJ on our radio station, really, I guess they don't really like each other. And he was on air, and they asked whose album was better, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Who asked him?
I guess somebody that was up there on the show.
Okay.
And he said Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said that, Nicki Minaj was going at him like crazy. You hoe ass DJ. You're getting a VH1 check. You suck. You're getting crumbs. Like she went at him hard. Totally Queen style. I was actually kind of proud. I was like, that's how you're supposed to go at somebody. The only thing that I didn't like that she said was, she was like, I'm going to send my dudes to come see you.
Didn't she say something about her hungry dudes?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my
hungry ends.
Yes, my hungry dudes to come see you. And I didn't like that.
Or something.
Because I was like, and then she was like, you ain't nothing. You mean nothing in the city. And I didn't like.
Wait, you said what? The last thing you said?
You mean nothing in New York City.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And what really,
Which is crazy because Self, he's a big DJ.
Yeah,
he does very well for himself.
He does his thing in New York.
And his parties rock.
Yeah, he does. So, I mean, she said that. She was shooting shots, and it's cool. I mean, we all go through it when we got to shoot shots back. But what I didn't like was when she said, I'm going to send my dudes to come see you. Right? And the reason that bothered me is because that man has an opinion. So because he has an opinion that you don't like, you're going to get him fucked up or you're going to get him beat up. I didn't necessarily like that. That was disturbing to me, and that really, really pissed me off. So, like I do for everybody who, I don't know why I do this, but I stand up for everybody, whether it's Clue or Pro Style or Self. If somebody goes at my people or my friends, I feel like I'm going to stand up with them because it just seems like we have strength in numbers.
There's definitely strength in numbers, but what I think a lot of people don't hold near and dear to them these days is loyalty.
That's true.
I think that people are so busy being selfish that they take the easy way out.
Right.
If they don't have to get involved, they're not going to get involved.
Right.
They can keep their hands clean. They're going to keep their hands clean. If I could just sit on the side and not say anything and just let them fight that battle, I'm going to do that because it's easier for me.
Right.
And it's selfish of me. I understand that because people are typically self-motivated.
Right.
People tend to do what benefits them most. I'm not like that. You're not like that. And in a sense, you know, when you have that mentality, you can wind up being a martyr.
Right.
In a sense, because then all the attention gets taken off of the situation at hand and it gets put on you.
Right.
And then you take all the licks and you take all the blows.
Right.
But to me, that's something you have to be proud of.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to be proud of all those licks and proud of all those blows because at the end of the day, you know you did the right thing.
Absolutely. And you know, the funny thing is the majority of fights that I ever got into or beefs that I ever got into was never mine. It was me standing up for somebody and then them backing out, and now the beef is mine.
Right.
See,
Well, Self didn't back out.
No, Self didn't back out. He definitely
But
didn't
that's
back out.
usually the way that it goes down. People
That's
usually back out because even they themselves, the person you stick up for, is self-motivated as well.
And people know that I'm petty too. They know that I will go that
You're
extra
beyond
distance.
petty.
They know that I will go to that beyond that distance. So with Self, so I jumped in and basically said, until she fixes that, you know, clear that up. Clear the fact that you said you're going to get him beat up for his opinion. I can't play your records, and any DJ on the station that plays your records I have a problem with. And the reason I said that is because we have to band together. We can't let one artist say, well, if you don't like my project, I'm going to beat you up. And then it goes to another artist that say that. And I just felt like, nah, you can't say that. You can say I don't like your opinion. Everything that she said and called him a whole ass DJ and you shit and all that, I'm fine with that.
It's fair game.
It's
That's
fair game. I thought it was funny,
But hold on a minute. You know what's crazy to me? That she wouldn't think that he would have that opinion because in some way, shape, or form, Cardi B was originally Self's artist.
Well,
I don't think that she
not
was
originally,
signed
but
to him.
Yeah, she could.
But
have
at one point, she could have been Self's artist.
Right.
Self could have been riding this wave with her.
Right.
If there was like a slight turn of events.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
of
sure.
course, he's going to go to bat for someone that he's closer to or that he has a relationship with.
Right. So,
So that shouldn't have been strange to her. The only thing that really bothers me is that when you threaten someone's safety, when you threaten to harm someone, when you say that you are going to cause danger or cause bodily injury to somebody, like that's not fair game.
Nah, it's
like
not
that's
fair
when
game.
like there's far and then there's too far.
Right.
The insults originally were far, but that went too far. And the thing is, and this is just in life in general, when you let certain things go, people think that they can test you.
That is true.
People think that they can try you.
That is true.
Because they know that nothing's going to come back on them.
That is true.
So regardless, like you have to set a precedent.
Right.
And that's not just this situation. That's all situations. That's relationships. That's situations at work. That's everything across the board. Like you have to let people know where you stand.
Absolutely.
And what you stand for.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't, then you're setting yourself up to get trampled over.
Absolutely.
And, with the whole ban, I know people are like, well, what do they call it? The barbs?
The barbs.
Oh, the barbs came at you.
The barbs.
I was reading some of those comments. That was kind of amusing, I have to say.
Yeah, the barbs are going at me hard. I don't care. I try to block them more. I don't care.
They definitely did. But, the whole thing with the ban, right? And I don't want to speak for you, but this is just what I think. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that it was a matter of you pulling rank at all. I think it's a matter of we are a station that plays your music.
Correct.
You threaten one of our jocks, we're not playing your music.
Absolutely.
Seems really like common sense to
It is.
me.
It is common
like
sense.
It's very clear. It's very plain to understand.
It is common sense.
Like if you come in my house and you poop on the living room floor, you can't come in my house anymore.
You're right.
Until
Absolutely
you
right.
clean it up, you get some bleach. You might have to buy me a new rug.
And that was
I need
the
some
point.
Febreze.
Exactly. And that was
Then
the
you
point.
have to apologize. And then maybe, if I take you seriously, then maybe I'll let you back in.
No, that was the point. And that was the point exactly. And some people got it and they agree with me and some people didn't. And I don't really care. I don't give a fuck. It's
Why would you care?
I really don't
None
care.
of those people are people that's going to be sitting across from you at a dinner table.
No,
None of those
absolutely.
people are paying your bills. At the end of the day, and this is what I tell you over and over and over again, you just have to do what's right.
Absolutely.
You just have to do what's right. If people get it, then wonderful. If they don't get it, too bad. Sorry for you.
Absolutely. And, another thing I wanted to talk about, because it opened up a lot of, Nikki said that she bought that Safari changed after she bought his hairline. And, Safari talked about a time where, Nikki cut him and he went to the hospital and he had to tell the hospital that he was about to commit suicide so she wouldn't get up on charges. So, I was thinking about it, right? If I had to date somebody now, how free and open would I be with them, Because you never know when it's going to end.
Yeah.
And then if it does end, that person can use that against you. You know what I mean? Because think about it, right? Even well, me and you are a
Is
little
that a
different.
thought that you really had? Did you really think
I
wow,
did.
if I were
I did.
single and dating right now, like how
I did. And I did.
how open and free would I be with a new person?
I did because the hair thing is something serious, right? Most men, when they lose their hair, it's their thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's serious.
So if I go to my girl and say, yo, I want to get this hair replacement or whatever it may be, that's our secret. Now you're telling that because you're embarrassing me. It is our secret. That's our secret.
I know. It's so funny to me.
I mean, I'm serious. Because if I didn't have hair and my hair is very, it's very nice and in certain cases it's light, but it's not bad. But if I was to get hair implants and I wanted to kind of sneak them in, I wouldn't want you to tell nobody. You know what I mean?
Clearly.
But it's like you have those things, like if I like sex a certain type of way, or if I cried or did this at this time, or if something was wrong with you, maybe you had a yeast infection that smelled, or whatever it may be. I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I couldn't think of anything. But like,
yeah, but those are embarrassing.
Those are embarrassing things
that aren't meant
say
for
you
the public.
peed
right.
on yourself, or you pooped on yourself, or whatever it may be. It's like, those are
Wow,
hard.
you and your
because-
examples.
I know. But those are hard to really, like, how can I trust somebody I'm dating? Because if it doesn't work and it splits nasty, they're going to use that against me.
No, you can't speak so generally and say that they are going to use it against you. I think that when we meet people and we begin a relationship with them, and I can speak from the perspective of friends,
Right.
you know who you're dealing with. A lot of the,
think
not
so.
all of the time, but a lot of the time, I think that.
And you always said
Hold
people
on.
change when
Hold on, wait,
things
wait,
get
wait.
nasty.
But I think that a lot of the time we have an inkling as to who we're dealing with and what their capabilities might be. Sometimes people surprise us. And me personally, and you know how I am, I think that I'm probably the most open person on the planet.
Right.
I'll talk about anything. I'll tell you the truth about anything. Like, I don't really think that I have any secrets
Right.
at all in this world. I don't think that there's anything that I'm not down to share, because I think that when you share with people, you're nurturing your community. You know, everything is rooted in truth. And when
Right.
we're being truthful about our life experiences, then people that are having similar life experiences that are embarrassed to talk about the same thing, they feel as though, wow, you know, somebody else is going through the same thing or had the same experience. I'm not an alien. Like, this might actually be normal. So I feel like when you're sharing personal things about you, it kind of nurtures your community with truth. So that's how I feel about it. But at the same time, while I'm very open, if I were in a new friendship or
New relationship.
a new relationship,
Okay.
I believe that there are certain things that I would keep to myself.
Like what?
Okay, like for instance with Madison. You know, she's a teenager, so she's into and out of new friendships. I don't want to say constantly.
She is.
But often enough, right? And I've been drilling in her head since she was a tween. If you have an opinion about someone that you don't care for, keep it to yourself.
Absolutely.
Don't even share it with your best friend. If you want to vent, if someone did something to bother you, come and tell me, come and tell daddy. We'll laugh with you. We'll give you advice, whatever it is, because you know that we will never turn on you.
Correct.
But even in friendships.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
What?
I might turn on her.
What are you talking about?
Look, if
Why are
Madison-
you interrupting me with some nonsense?
If Madison put me in a old folks home, I'm gonna tell all her secrets. I'm gonna be like, when she was 9, she peed the bed.
Okay.
She dutied on herself.
But I feel as though, just like you said, people change.
Correct.
When you start a new relationship with them, they smile in your face. Everything is wonderful and great, and we're having so much fun, and we're telling each other all of our secrets, and we're so engrossed with one another. And then as soon as things go badly, all of that goes out the window.
Correct.
People move on to new friendships, and then they share your secrets with those new friends. And it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Or, you know, if you're not in my vicinity, if you're not in my clique, if you're not in my group, then I really don't need to be concerned about that loyalty to you.
Right.
So I always encourage her to keep her secrets to herself. You know, if you did something that's wrong,
Right.
that can come back and hurt you, don't turn around and tell your best friend. Keep it to yourself. Learn that from
Absolutely.
a young age. If there's anything incriminating or any bad thoughts that you have or anything negative about your existence that can hurt you or embarrass you, you keep it to your damn self. Don't tell a soul.
You're right.
And she was like, Mom, you know, is there anything that you've ever done that you've never told anybody? And I said, damn straight. She was like, not even Dad? I said, maybe not on purpose, but obviously, you know, when I was younger, maybe there might be things that I've kept to myself. I said, but I've known that ever since I was a young person.
Right.
And I want to make sure that you do the same. So when it comes to relationships now, yeah, I mean, if there's anything that could come back and hurt me, I wouldn't share it in a new relationship.
I wouldn't share nothing.
I wouldn't let, if I had no edges, I wouldn't let my best friend come with me to the doctor and take pictures of my hairline before I got hair implants. I just wouldn't do it.
Side note, somebody asked me how you lay down your edges.
My
Somebody
baby
asked-
hair?
Your baby hair, yeah.
There's a new product that I'm using. I don't know what it's called. It's not jam, because jam has a tendency to irritate some people's scalp.
Right.
And I heard that it can cause like a rash and like little bumps and stuff. So it's a new aloe vera type of product that has a like a jam consistency or like an edge control consistency. I don't remember the name because I literally bought it right before this trip, and so far I like it the best.
Okay, now somebody,
it's strong and it's.
Somebody asked me how you laid.
Did you
your
just
edges
look at
down.
my edges and?
Yeah, and then somebody reminded me. Somebody hit me. Was like, "Yo, ask Gia, how she lay her edges down."
Okay, go ahead.
All right, but you know what? I agree with you, and that's very scary when you're dating somebody, how honest to be, because there's certain things that you just can't tell people because you know that if it doesn't work out, people change. People change on a drop of a dime, and you know that. Hello, can we get one of Miami Vice?
Can I have a Virgin Miami Vice, please?
And one
Thank
with
you.
liquor. One with liquor, and too small though. I want a small. You want small?
Yes. You know what? Actually, did you put one in the refrigerator?
Madison took it.
She took it?
Madison took it.
Okay, yeah. I'll have a small.
A
Thank
small
you.
with liquor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, we're fine with drinks. Thank you. Yeah, so
Sidebar. Sorry for all the interruptions, but we did not want to not do a podcast while we were out here on vacation. So this is the nature of it.
Yeah, so with them, it's crazy because they've been together so freaking long.
Oh yeah, they know where all the bodies are buried.
So with them, it's one says something, and at one time it was I don't want to say it was bad, but Nikki was so big and Safari was so small, nobody even cared about what Safari says.
Right.
But now when Safari he puts out his records, he's on the VH1 Love and Hip Hop, people are starting to listen, so they're going back and forth, and it's nasty. And Safari knows so many bodies, and so does Nikki. So I just hope that they stop, and because in all honesty, and I know. He's probably going to hate that I say this, but I really still think they love each other. I think that they love each other. And I think that if they were both able to get over their own egos and really work out what was wrong with their relationship, I think they would be good because they know each other in and out. I think her music was better when they were together. I think they were happy when they were together. I just think that her business ran better when they were together. I just think that they're a good couple with each other, But, I just think that their egos and friends have pushed them away.
But here's the thing. And I mean, let's talk about this.
What?
Like we were talking about far and too far a little while ago, right? Don't you think in a relationship that sometimes a person can go too far and you reach the point of no return?
Too far.
Like if I did this, let's say this was us.
Right.
Oh, good little experimental conversation we're going to have right now.
Okay.
Let's say that this was us. Okay. And let's say that I put out all types of stuff about you.
Okay.
We broke up. I put out all types of stuff about you. Let's say you had hair replacement and I put out those pictures. Let's say you had jock itch and I took pictures to send the doctor and I put that out. Let's say, all types of personal information about you that was negative and I put it out to the public and berated you. You would still feel like, wow, we were together for so long.
No,
we know everything about each other.
I wouldn't feel that way, but
if I apologize, you would be like, oh, really?
But if we spoke and you genuinely apologized, then there's certain things from certain people I can let go. Like, and I know it's sad. Think about some of the people that...
Nah, B.
Let me tell you.
We are cut from different cloths.
Think about some of the people that's done me dirty.
I love you to death.
Think about some of the people that's done me dirty, right? Right? Think about people that stole money or tried to steal money.
Yep.
Think about people that said foul shit, that's done foul shit. And a lot of them I speak to still. They apologize. They came, with their tail between their legs and apologized. And I speak to them because I get it. Nobody's perfect. I'm not saying perfect is the way to say it, but people do stupid things out of anger. People do stupid things out of jealousy. When somebody realizes that and apologizes, 9 times out of 10, a lot of times I would say that they won't do that again because they realize what they actually did wrong if they genuinely are sorry. And I'm the type of person that gets that. I was a wild out type of person before. I was a person that always reacted on emotion.
Right. I mean, you still do. You mean was talking like that's the past tense.
But not as crazy though. Not as crazy. I was a lot worse.
You were a lot worse. Go ahead.
So for me, it's like I did a lot of stupid things, and sometimes, I punched a hole in your mother's wall. Like, you know what I mean? Like if somebody punched a hole in our house, they would get fucked up, and then they can never be back in the house. Right or wrong?
Absolutely. But no, if it was.
You see what I'm saying?
I think it depends on the situation and if the kid apologizes. I don't like to speak absolutely about too many things.
But if I say something nasty about you and then you say something nasty about me, Of course, I know who you are. I know that if I throw a rock at you, you're gonna shoot me. Like you're not, you don't bring a rock. You don't bring a rock to a rock fight. You're not gonna bring a knife to a knife fight. You're gonna bring a gun to a knife fight.
Me?
Yes.
Personally?
Yes. That is you. And I understand that. So if you said some off the wall shit that was hurtful and we talked about it and you apologized and then we probably laughed about it, I can forgive. That's me. You might not be able to.
No, I'm a very forgiving person. And what?
No.
Oh.
I sneezed.
Oh, so now I'm not a forgiving person?
No, I sneezed.
No, explain yourself.
I
Let's
sneezed.
not play games.
I sneezed.
Right. No, tell me what you mean by that. You don't think I'm a forgiving person?
You are. But I sneezed. Go ahead. You are very forgiving.
Stop playing with me, okay? Answer the question. Stop talking about this sneeze business. If you have something on your mind, let's talk about it. That's what we're here for, right?
I don't. Go ahead.
Can you please stop? I'm not going to let it go. You're just going to waste time.
You are.
Now you're going to waste time. Now you're going to waste the listeners' time by not speaking your mind.
No, I'm saying you are a very forgiving person. I was joking.
You weren't joking. You don't think I'm a forgiving person?
You are very forgiving. I'm serious. Go ahead.
I want you to explain yourself.
I was
now you're
joking.
wasting everybody's time, and everybody's mad at you right now. Stop wasting our time.
Nobody's mad at me. We out in this beautiful Miami. We good. No, I was just joking. Go ahead.
Well, that came from somewhere.
It didn't come from anywhere.
It came from somewhere.
No, it didn't come from anywhere. Go ahead.
I think that I'm a very forgiving person. But I also believe that you can forgive somebody and not have them in your life in the same capacity that they once were. That's all. I believe that you can forgive somebody and in certain ways cut them off. I forgive to alleviate them of the burden of what they've done. Mm-hmm. And I forgive to alleviate myself of the burden of what they've done.
Right.
I like to walk around happy and light and free. I don't want to harbor any hatred in my heart. I don't want to harbor any disdain for people that are around me. I eliminate that from my life, for me, for them, and for God, for all those involved. But at the same time, if we had a certain kind of relationship at one point, I may now know that we are not capable of having that same relationship anymore.
Right.
So I may cut you out in some ways. I may cut you out completely, but my heart is pure and my soul is clean and my mind is clear. Hold on. Thank you for my
That was
drink.
virgin?
Is this the virgin one? Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it. You really have to take a sip right now before you respond?
Woo, that was strong. A lot of liquor in that one. I mean,
so that is the nature of my forgiveness, and I think that the nature of my forgiveness is good with God.
Okay.
You, and I can, if someone and I understand what you're saying. If someone apologizes to me, and it's heartfelt, and it's clear that they mean it. In that moment, it's done. In that moment, it's done. And I'm fine with it. And I can absolutely positively move on. And I know that you're that person. But I had to laugh while you were talking earlier when you're talking about forgiving people that's done you wrong in the past. There have been so many times where you've said to me, babe, I don't bleep with that person. Do you remember why? You forgive a lot because you forget.
I do forget.
How people have wronged you.
You know, you're absolutely right.
And there's been so many times, and that upsets me. With you, sometimes I think that you're too nice, a little too nice, where I've had to come to you and say, why are you talking to that person?
It's funny because
why are you helping that person?
I was too mean and now I'm too nice.
Why are you promoting that person? Do you recall what that person did to you? Do you recall what that person said about you? Do you understand how that person feels about you? And sometimes you'll just say, I don't even care anymore. Sometimes you'll say, I forgot. And other times you'll say, well, that person apologized. You might explain the situation to me and let me know that you've moved on.
Right.
And that's usually what happens with you.
Yeah, I mean, I forget all the time. I think so many people do me wrong and do me dirty, and I'm so emotional in such a way that I don't take the shit that I forget all the time. I'll check a person and I won't even think about it. And 2 years later, I see him and I totally forget why I don't speak to them anymore.
You've needed me to remind you on several occasions why you don't bleep with certain people.
Absolutely, but it happens a lot. But but that would be difficult in a relationship when you don't what.
Oh, no, I was just thinking about myself compared to you and how I am with friendships as opposed to how you are with friendships. I mean, you know how I am with friendships.
Yeah.
I take friendship very, very seriously.
Very seriously, you do.
Like, my friends are my friggin' friends.
Correct.
Like, if you're a friend of mine, there is no holes barred.
Right.
Period. Nobody's going to talk about you in my presence. No one's going to disrespect you around me. If they do, and I'm not even around and I catch wind of it, you're dead to me.
Right.
Like, you're off. Like, you cannot mess with my friends.
Absolutely.
So when I have a friend, and I don't have too many, and that's the truth. I have a handful of people that I consider close friends. I know a lot of people, acquainted with a lot of people, but people that if they know something is going on, will pick up the phone and call me and be like, Gia, you good? Do we need to get some ski masks? Like, those friends, there's a handful of them. Right. And I might have 5 or 6,
Absolutely.
right? Some since that grew up with me on my block in Brooklyn, some that I met in high school, a couple that I met in college, and a couple that I met since then. But if I have a friend truthfully, my friends would never do anything to disappoint me. And I know that that is speaking absolutely, and I don't like to do that. But my core friends, they are amazing. But let's just talk more about, I guess, my acquaintances or people that I'm cool with. I'll just say people that I'm cool with. People that I'm cool with, if they disappoint me and it's intentional, and that's the key word, intentional, because for me, the only thing that ever matters when it comes to relationships, period, boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, parents, whatever, is the intention behind your actions. Right. Which means that if you do something and you do it purposely and you know what the outcome may be, you know what the consequences may be, and you do it anyway, then I know where you stand.
Right. Absolutely.
Then I know where you stand, and I know that we can't be good. And when we see each other in public, like a lot of these females do these days, don't shoot me a smile. Right. Don't come over to me and give me a fake hug and a kiss on the cheek. Don't tell me that you love my outfit and my shoes and where I got my hair done. Don't tell me that you saw a picture of my kids on Instagram and they look so cute. Don't come to me saying none of that, because I will look directly through you as though no one's speaking in my presence.
Absolutely.
I will treat you like a ghost. I cannot stand fake people, period. Fakeness is just something that I don't tolerate. I don't like people that lie, and I don't like people that are fake. I like genuine, authentic, good people, and that's what I give in a relationship. Right. You know, any kind of relationship.
No, you do. Absolutely. And you are that with your friends. If somebody says something crazy about your friends, you will react in a minute. And I respect that. You keep your friends close to heart and you don't play that shit.
I mean, there's times that you've said stuff about friends of mine and I've wanted to snuff you.
Yeah.
And I've had to say, don't say stuff like that about my friends in my presence.
And I've said it still, and we joke and fight.
There's no joke. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Okay. Like, don't talk about my friends. If you have an opinion, it's one thing if we can sit down and talk about it and whatnot. But no cheap shots, no jabs, no stabs, no side comments. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't disrespect my friends the same way that if I'm with them, they can't disrespect you.
No, you're right.
Like, they can't say nothing crazy. You could think what you want about Rashawn, but damn it to hell if you ever say it.
All right. Okay.
Like, don't try to say it in front of me.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Like, when I love somebody, I love somebody. And I love, like, my close friends, I love them. So that's how I feel about that.
Okay. When it comes to packing your kid's lunchbox in the morning, the struggle is real. You might not have time to cut fruit in star shapes, but you can still be a hero with Kind Kids bars. Now, Kind Kid bars have 25% less sugar than the leading kids granola bar and come in flavors kids love, like chewy chocolate chip and chewy honey oat. To get 20% off your order of Kind Kids bars, go to kindsnacks.com/KCCrew and enter code KCCrew at checkout. Excuse me, that's KINDSNACKS.com/KCCrew with code KCCrew at checkout for this special offer. Again, to get 20% off, hit up kidsnacks.com/KCCrew and get your KCCrew at checkout and you will get 20% off. Check it out now. You know what I want to get into before we get up out of here?
What's that?
How we have to teach our daughters how to be bout it. And the reason I say that is we were out here and I'm in the cabana. Madison is if you've been to the FontaineBleau, they have the pool area and then the beach is right there. And then Madison asked, could I go to the beach? And I was like, sure. It's her and it's four of them. I said, sure, you could go to the beach, take pictures and come right back. Gia's taking pictures with the babies and I get a phone call. And Madison says, Dad, this guy tried to touch me.
Right.
So I did what any dad would do. I dropped my phone and I jetted over to the beach, right?
Don't forget the part that you picked up a rock.
I did pick up a rock. I mean, I don't fight fair. I don't know the size of the person I'm going to see. Mm-hmm. So I ran over there and I picked up a rock because I was like, I'm just going to, swing hard. And I asked Madison what happened. And she said, I was coming up the stairs and the guy was standing in front of me.
Oh, she's right here. Come here. She just walked into the cabana.
Oh, you walked in the wrong spot.
Stick around for a second. Daddy's talking about what just happened to you on the beach.
Oh, so tell him what happened to you on the beach. Go ahead. You tell him, Maddie.
Say hi again.
Hello again. So we were walking.
You have to put the mic next to your mouth.
My bad. So we were walking up to the beach, and we have to go up a flight of stairs to get onto the boardwalk. So this guy stepped in front of us while we were going up the stairs, and I thought that he was just
in your way.
Yeah, in our way. So then we both stepped to the side, and then he stepped in front of us again. And then we stepped to the other side, and he did it again. So then I just tried to go past him, and he grabbed onto me, my lower waist, and said, "You are so beautiful." And I was like, "No thanks."
And then?
Oh, and then why did you start?
No,
to
you
get
look
the
like you were
mic?
trying to take the mic from her.
Moving it from my home. Go ahead.
Oh, and I was like, "No thanks." And then my shoe fell off. So
Well, you tried to run away.
Well, no, my shoe fell off.
As you were trying to run away, no?
No, just
How
let me
did you-
tell it. Let me tell it. So my shoe fell off, and then we started to run away after. And then he's like, your shoe, come get it. I was like, no, keep it. And then he's like, no, come get it. I was like, throw it to me. And then I started calling Dad, and then he threw it, and then we just walked away. And then he started walking away. Then Dad came.
Yeah. See, thank you, baby. See, now what the reason I said, you get out of here now. Get out of
Well,
here.
they came to the cabana for a reason.
Now,
I'm
what y'all
sure.
come here for? Get something to drink?
They
Some
came
water?
for water.
All right, get your water, get up out of here. Hurry up.
Go
Hurry
ahead.
up. Level up. Psh, level up. Yeah, so I'm waiting for her to leave. Hurry your ass up. Love you. Okay. Now, the reason I said we got to teach out. Would you get out of here, man? Thank you. The reason I said we got to teach our kids and our girls how to be about it is because, Madison was dead about the run. And I remember as a kid or as a teen, when guys would kick it to girls, that's what they would do. But hey, beautiful. And they would kind of grab them by the waist and be like, come here, let me talk to you for a second, right? Do you remember that happening to you?
Absolutely.
Now, when we were teens and when we seen it happen to girls or it happened to you back then, I didn't think of it as assaulting a girl. Did you back then?
I never liked when someone touched me.
But it wasn't now it's like assault, oh my gosh, all the red lights come on.
Right.
But back then, that's what guys did. Guys would grab girls by their waist or grab their hand, like, come here, let me talk to you for a second, Mom. Grab their hand or grab their arm to try to pull them close.
It was a little bit different back then.
It was a little bit different back
I didn't
then.
like it, but I wouldn't have called my father if he was in the vicinity.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. So when Madison called me, as soon as she said a guy touched her, I thought he touched her ass. I was, you don't understand.
He grabbed her waist, though.
I ran so crazy over there. Yeah, grabbing the waist, yeah. We have to have a conversation. If I would have seen him, we'd have had to have a conversation. But if he'd have touched the ass, it wouldn't have been no conversation. I'd have swung off immediately. But, it's one of those things. What do we tell our daughters about that now? Because the first thing I was thinking was like, damn, I'd just hit him with a rock. But then I'm like, damn, what do you tell your daughter? Do you tell your daughter to run away like she did? You go get security like she did? You push him away and just keep it moving? Like, what do you tell our daughters? If I'm not here, that's why people always say, well, why do you take your family on vacation all the time? Because I like to be there. I'd rather take my daughter to 1,000,000 vacation spots and take her friends with him. So at least I'm there to protect, because when I'm not there, what happens,
Mm-hmm. I think that regardless of the situation, if a person feels unsafe, they need to get out of that situation.
Right.
Or get away from that situation.
Right.
And get to a place where they feel safe.
Right.
So for Madison, it was about, the sprint to get away.
Right.
And then She called you. She found a security guard.
Right.
And she got to her safe place. So I think that she handled it the way that she was supposed to handle it.
Absolutely. It's just,
And she was in a public place. It's not as though, she was in, a private place or someone's bedroom or someone's home or, she's out here. She's on the beach. There's people walking by. So there's nothing imminent that would have happened that she wouldn't have been able to get out of.
Right.
She could have gotten disrespected. It could have been worse. He could have touched her in a more private area or something. And, she would have just had to have suffered that disrespect and then sought recourse afterwards.
Correct. It's
meaning like a rock to the head or,
Absolutely. And
something of that nature, pressing charges.
And what we have to do is like, as men out there, men have to start realizing you just can't grab women. Like, you just can't do it. And I'm 10 times worse because I have a wife and 3 daughters, and I'm 10 times worse with it. But it's getting to the point where people really have to realize that you can't just grab a woman by the arm.
It seems like it's a thing now, huh?
It is. It seems like it's a thing, and it seems like it's getting worse.
Seems
and
like
worse
it's a thing.
and worse and worse. And it's like, dudes really need to get fucked up. Like, and I was mad at Logan because Logan wasn't there. Logan went in the pool. Not to say Logan could have did anything, but I think Logan could have done anything. I think Logan plays football.
Logan would have went bananas.
And he would have picked up a rock and like he should. He should.
When he came back, because I was here, he came back and he was like, "Mom, you heard what happened to Madison?" I said, "Yes." He was like, "Did you see the guy? Dad said he had a red shirt draped around his shoulders. Is that true? Because I saw a guy with a red shirt draped around his shoulders, but I didn't want to jump the gun and do something." I was like, "So you calm down. You let Daddy handle that. You relax, okay?" And he was like, "No, but you can't just go around touching people. Like, you can't just go around touching people." She was trying to get up the stairs, and he prevented her from getting up the stairs. She had to walk around him. That's crazy.
But
that's the way he's supposed to be.
But the best thing about it is when you talk to your young boys like this, and you talk to them at an early age, they understand that.
Right. Well, the problem is that you know what I actually want to talk about, because I thought about this the other night.
What?
I thought about how we parent versus how some other people around us parent.
Correct.
And I'm not necessarily talking about just people that we know, even things that I see from afar, and just the way that I understand society to be. I realize that in a lot of people's homes, they don't really sit down and talk to their kids.
Right.
And I find that a lot of fathers aren't really teaching their sons how to be men.
Correct.
And a lot of mothers aren't teaching their daughters how to be respectable women.
Right.
And like what you just said, talking about Logan, like this little situation is a teaching moment for Logan.
Right.
Because had you not had a conversation with him in the past or nailed it in using this situation, he just might not have the common sense to know, if you like a female or find her attractive, that it's not okay to maybe touch her waist or touch her hand or, something like that. In your mind, you might not look at it as disrespect. You might think that, you're paying her a compliment.
Right.
But we really have to sit down and talk to, like at this point, even especially our boys, and let them know what's appropriate, what's not appropriate.
No, you're absolutely right.
And I have a lot, and I know that it's more your job even than mine, but I sit down and have like 2-hour-long conversations with Logan.
I do
from
too.
time to time.
I do too.
About things that I want to see in him as a young man, respect that I want to see him show, how I want him to be in a relationship when he has a girlfriend,
right.
How he's supposed to treat her, how he's supposed to put her on a pedestal, how he's supposed to make her feel like something special, how he's supposed to be loyal to her and only her. As a matter of fact, we were talking about cheating the other day. Because we were he and I watched The Bachelor and The Bachelorette together, right? So, we were just talking about some of the scenes and some of the characters and whatnot. And I told him, I said, when you have a girlfriend, you have to be loyal to that girlfriend.
Absolutely.
And only that girlfriend. When you get tired of that girlfriend, if you get tired of that girlfriend, you break up with her. And you move on to the next girlfriend.
Correct.
You do it nice and clean and easy. That's what a man does. A boy cheats.
Right.
A boy will be with that girl and find another girl and another girl all at the same time.
Correct.
If there's something about a female that you're not loving, or you find something better in another female, or you need a new thrill or a new high or something to tantalize you a little bit more at the current time, you do it clean. You break up with that female and then you move on.
Absolutely.
I said, it doesn't matter if you have, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 girlfriends in a year.
Right.
It doesn't matter as long as you do it clean, because then nobody can ever come back and say that you're disrespectful, you're foul, or call you a cheater.
Right.
Like that word, that's not a good word.
Right. No,
like that's
absolutely.
not something that you want to be labeled as.
Absolutely.
He was like, nah, Mom, I understand. I said, you can have 10 girlfriends in a year if you want. Do what you want. As long as you protect yourself when you get older, and as long as, you keep it 100, you're honest. But don't let me come and find out that you were a liar and that you were disloyal and you didn't treat a woman or a female like a woman or a female. It's like, no, Mom, I understand.
No,
I'm going to be watching you.
No, I have those conversations, and I have those conversations with both Madison and Logan. And what I do is I go through some
You
of
told
the...
Madison not to cheat?
No. I go through some of my mistakes, and I tell them about my mistakes, and we talk about my mistakes so they understand what it is, and they understand how it feels, and they understand all that other stuff. So I really try to go through everything that we go through, our relationship, and I be honest with them, and they understand. And they really, really get it, so that way they know, what they should do, what they deserve, and all that other stuff, and what's good for them and what's not. And we have those conversations, good, bad, and ugly. So we really do have those conversations, and I respect those conversations with them. I really enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway.
We're going to have to wrap this up because the babies are signaling for us to come in the pool.
Oh, man, that was a strong one. All right, well, we appreciate you guys for hanging with us, and we're live at the FontaineBleau in the Miami Beach, Florida. And it's time to get up out of here.
This felt so good. I wish we could do a podcast like this every week. This feels awesome.
Yeah, and this was very expensive, so don't say every week.
What?
Fly out here, get a cabanas, 10 of us. Yeah, it's very expensive.
Okay.
I think what I might do next time is just get mad sleeping bags, and we just get one room and everybody just sleep on the floor.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if that works.
All right. Well, it's time to get up out of here. I'm DJ MV.
And I am Gia Casey.
And that was another edition of the KC Crew.
Vacay edition. Toodles.